Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. It's Wednesday, and Wednesday is Pump Day. Everybody knows that Pump Day is here. Crypto gaming tokens are moaning. Once again, it's like the 53rd time that I've said this. I probably said this a lot more times. But here we go today. The crypto gaming space doing its thing because of a little bit of good news. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Mr. D out here. And the good news specifically is BlackRock meeting up with the SEC question mark. This happened December 19th, 2023. A meeting with BlackRock in regards to the iShares Bitcoin Trust. Now, what does it mean? Well, it concerned the NASDAQ stock market's proposed rule change to list and trade shares of the iShares Bitcoin Trust under NASDAQ Rule 5711. So we're going to be touching base on this news and more news in the crypto gaming space because everybody's got to get in tune with it. So hope you enjoy the content. Like and subscribe as always. We're here every single weekday. Ya tu sabes gains. Let's go. Good morning. I mean, it is a good morning. You know, for once, we have pumps in the crypto gaming space. I mean, if I look at this portfolio, it reminds me a lot of the S&P 500, where the line just continues to just do this. I was looking into technical analysis, and to be honest, you know, I've been doing a lot of TA lately. I've become an adept TA performer. And so if you look at this pattern, this is the win moon pattern, where you have a moon, and then it goes down, and people are like, win moon. And then you get a pump. And so this is my technical pattern. I call it the win pattern. Let me go ahead and write that. So I'm going to be coining that from now on. This is a Jesus Martinez pattern. My legacy is going to be built on this pattern. So I hope you guys are enjoying this because this could be revolutionary for the crypto space. What's good, ETH? Well, ETH is doing its thing too. And in terms of crypto gaming winners for today, we've had a couple ones that are familiar to the channel. Senate is one of them. You know, we are into Citus. Genopats, which I'm not too big into Genopats these days, so that's an interesting one. Delysium leading the charts once again. Delysium's been absolutely killing it. Now listen, I don't own any Delysium, but this thing's just it's outperforming the market right now, which is really interesting. But the overall crypto gaming market cap has been raising. I mean, some of the really big plays like Immutable, for example, hitting a $3 billion market cap as of today. Isn't that insane? Just to give you some context on this, it is the now ranked number 29 cryptocurrency on the planet. Number 29. It's been a while since crypto gaming's been this high, but we're here. It is what it is. What's good, Adrian? Welcome to the channel. AGI. Yeah, AGI is doing its thing. But look at the market cap of Immutable X just flying up. And there is news for this. I promise I'll get into it in this video. There's a lot we need to talk about, to be honest. There have been a lot of different updates as well. Atlas as well has been on a bit of a run, but that's just the overall crypto gaming space having a bit of a relief run after all of the negative price action that came over the past couple of days. So let's go over our node portfolios. So our node portfolios, a lot of the same. We've got, you know, our Sonorous DJ nodes, our Myriad nodes, our playable nodes. You know, we're still making our passive income. I always stress passive income a lot. We've added new additions to our charts. We've done Bitcoin miners. Now, I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear it with the Bitcoin miners, whether or not it's profitable or not, whether or not it's the best thing in the world. But I figured I would continue to diversify my portfolios. So passive income now includes Bitcoin miners. When I get my Solana phones, I'm going to be doing mobile, which is pretty much a token distribution. You need to have a Helium mobile subscription for that. Do your own research on that one. But there's a lot of different passive income opportunities right now. And the idea is, you know, obviously by the end of the bull market to have a good amount in passive income, because that's the goal. Everybody wants passive income, so you don't have to worry about it. At some point, the active income becomes passive income, and it is a self-fulfilling prophecy for financial freedom. Because if all your income is active income, are you really financially free? No, you're not. That's the real answer from that. So let's go into the news for today. Now, here it is. I'm playing crypto games. I haven't played crypto games in about a month now. It's been a month since I haven't played a single crypto game. And it's funny because my channel is literally made on crypto games. But let me tell you, when the markets were mooning, I had zero time to play these games. I think a lot of us can kind of feel the fatigue of just like token launch after token launch after token launch. Like the market is really heating up right now. And so this is Storm Warfare. It's being incubated on SEEDIFY. I played on a tournament. You know, I'm not going to tell you how it went, but there is a leaderboard going on right now, and I wanted to touch base on this because it's one of the things I'm doing, right? We did go ahead and do a My Pet Hooligan tournament, but it's more creator tournament. This one's more of a public tournament, and so here is the information on it, the prize breakdowns and everything. It's a $40,000 pool for people that are interested in crypto gaming. If you're good at trading card games, to be honest, this should be very easy to do. If I can do it, then you can do it. I'm bad at trading card games. If there's anybody that's bad at them, it's me. And so right now we are rank number 112. Not bad. We'll see what we end up getting there. But getting these whitelists by playing in these tournaments for crypto games is the best place to be if you don't have money. If you are someone that is trying to start from zero or from a very small amount of money, you either need to do airdrops or you need to get whitelist spots, because free whitelist spots are the way to go. If you can get whitelist spots, then you can have the potential of minting something that could be worth something, and it'll catapult your portfolio into actually being worth something. So I always advocate for people to get into these tournaments. Sure, you're not going to be making $100 a day unless you're like a god and you win the actual tournament. But most people, you won't earn crazy money, but it's a good onboarding experience for people. So the next thing is Portal Coin. Now, Portal Coin is officially going to be launching on January. They announced this December 18th. They're going to have when Crystal Dashers will be able to convert their shards into airdrops. And apparently, they're still giving points for people doing quote retweets in a single comment. And now, I am not a Portal Coin advocate, and I'm a little bit of a hater, but I'm turning a little bit less into a hater because of their recent announcement here, apparently saying before the Portal TGE, they will be making the biggest announcement in Web3 gaming history. Now, let's look at this thing and see if we can deduce what it is. Now, personally, it looks like PUBG. Maybe it's a mobile PUBG game powering the future of gaming and esports January 2024. I don't know what this means, but I'm sure it means something great. Very interesting stuff. Let's read some comments here. Win Cornucopia's video. Been patiently waiting for weeks. Today you're getting your Cornucopia's video. I'm uploading it literally after the stream. Tell Gala to do prizes like this. Yeah, I wish, honestly. if I could get Gala to do tournaments, that'd be awesome. How you doing, FinTech? Good to catch you live. Of course. All right, let's get back into it. Axie Infinity doing a brand new update on evolving Axies. This has been something that Sky Mavis has been teasing for an extremely long time. And it's also something that kind of pays homage to how far crypto gaming has gone in a very short period of time. I mean, look, involving your Axies is something that's probably needed to happen for, I don't even know how long at this point. But look at this trailer. This trailer is actually thebomb.com. I'm going to play it, maybe do some commentary in between.
The trek to the Lost Temple was perilous. But together, Bing and I had endured. However,
how much money do you think they spent?
When we arrived, there was no temple in sight.
Little
then,
frog.
Something shifted in the air. And I knew we were on the right path.
Looks more boring than the original Axie? What do you mean it looks boring? This isn't the actual game. It's a trailer.
Said, secret temples built by the fearing Helios people existed throughout Lunatia. Each temple housed a flame from the god Atya himself. This is the end of the journey. We made it. The temple was extraordinary.
So then we got temples, right?
Filled me.
It obviously, you know, goes for another minute, just kind of showcasing some of the things. But I'm like, it looks pretty good from Axie Infinity. Now, obviously, you know, them bringing back Axie Classic, you know, I'm not saying that there's going to be a bunch of people playing. To be fair to them, though, you don't need to have a lot of people playing if you've got other games that have more people playing. For example, Today we actually got the news that Pixels Online, which is building on Ronin Network, that's the Axie Infinity chain, has surpassed 400,000 unique active wallets on the Ronin Network. That is ridiculous. That's in 50 days since the official launch on Ronin. Apron is also launching on Ronin very soon. I'm going to be making a video on Apron sometime this week. So we're going to see what happens there. But look at this. Daily users, 105,860 new users, 5,844. So it's still growing, which is pretty incredible. I mean, I'm glad it's not just going bloop, bloop. It's actually going straight up like the rest of the charts in the TA. That's all it is. I watch this trailer when I have trouble sleeping. Facts. But maybe this will help wake you up here because Maplestory Universe just kicked off the announcement on one of the biggest closes in the entire crypto gaming history. A whopping $100 million investment coming into Maplestory Universe. Feel free to look forward to 2024. Now, we've got more details on this as well. A Nexon $100 million launches Maplestory Universe in Web3. That is a metric ton of money. Nexon's foray into the Web3 realm. Gamers' positive attention from the crypto community and influential industry figures with a valuation that could potentially negate the need for external investments. And Nexon spokesperson clarifies that the massive $100 million injection aims to secure operational funds, ensuring the success of Maplestory Universe. While specific details about token issuance and service launches remain undisclosed, a comprehensive roadmap slated for the first half of 2024 promises to shed light on the project's direction. This transparency instills confidence in the Maplestory Universe project, setting a strong foundation for its future. So it's got a couple components: Maplestory N, a blockchain-infused MMORPG. They've got mobile. They've got Maplestory Worlds, which empowers players and creators to craft their own blockchain games on a sandbox platform, ? And they've also got an SDK, which helps people go ahead and build decentralized applications. Very interesting. Maplestory aims to set a benchmark in the burgeoning GameFi industry. And so that is a heck of a lot of money. They are set to unveiling their roadmap in the first half of 2024. It's a lot more than just launching a game, my friends. It's a whole stack of technology that's going to be hitting the crypto gaming space. And it's going to be an interesting one. What happens when this actually comes out? I'm sure the Play To Earn is going to be crazy good on Maplestory Universe when that comes out. But that's Maplestory Universe. Let's talk about the overall crypto gaming space. Maybe you are interested in just crypto games that are adult only. And what adult only means is just it's on the blockchain. That's all it means, right? If it's got a Play To Earn component, recently Epic Games actually went ahead and removed some crypto games, namely Gods Unchained, because of an adult rating that got placed on them because of their Play To Earn economy. Well, Epic Games has gone ahead and kind of stepped back here and reinstated blockchain games with an adult rating due to Play To Earn economies. Here is a message from the actual people at Epic Games themselves. As you may be aware, some blockchain-based games are receiving adults-only ratings from industry ratings bodies for their particular implementation of blockchain. We would like to inform you that we have updated the Epic Games Store content policy to allow for games that are rated adult-only in cases where that rating was applied solely due to the usage of blockchain or NFT technology. And then all other, reasons, we will go ahead and destroy you. So if it is the Gods Unchained reason, well, you're fine. So it's a massive W. That's a big W for Immutable as well, because Gods Unchained is on Immutable X, if you don't know that. And so it's good news for crypto gaming. I mean, it seems like these brands, Epic Games took a massive risk getting into the blockchain space. And so them backing the crypto gaming space with regulation coming is it's always a good thing. It's always a good thing to see, especially where it is right now. God's the B strategy game in the space. It's a really good strategy game for sure. I mean, I personally don't like the art style too much, which is why I don't like playing it. But I mean, if you like the art style, if you're into Magic the Gathering, I'm sure you're going to enjoy playing Gods Unchained 100%. So let's talk about NFTs. If you've traded an NFT over the past 2 years, you may be eligible. It's like people doing, you may be eligible for insurance or claims or whatever. Anyway, so you may be eligible for this frame token airdrop. Now, don't trust me here. Do your own research and look this up yourself, because airdrops, they have a lot of people that try to scam you, people that try to imitate Frame XYZ, do some random link that will try to drain you. If there is any tip that I will give you in this bull cycle that I recently learned, it is that you should have 2 hot wallets that you use when trying to connect to these platforms. Do not connect your main wallet first. Always connect a secondary hot wallet first, so that if you are going to get drained because it's a scam link, well, that wallet that doesn't have a lot of money in it gets drained instead of your main wallet that has all of your funds. So that is your PSA here. Here's what happened. Frame XYZ is doing a brand new airdrop for people that have traded NFTs over the past 2 years, right? So 2022, 2023, their mainnet is launching on January 31st. I think I had like 950 of these tokens with the amount of volume that I've traded. It seems like a lot, but you'd be surprised how many people have this much. I mean, I'm only top 1.69%. Which is a funny little number, but if you've got something there, it might be something interesting for you. It's probably not going to be a lot of money, but it's just something that exists. Obviously, do your own research on links because there are plenty of exploits and all things, different things. You should also do research on approvals. Frame XYZ does not ask for approvals. Most airdrops do not ask for approvals. If they are asking for approvals, that might be a red flag. That could be a red flag for your NFTs. There are a lot of exploits going out there. So very important to go ahead and be careful in regards to that. Next thing, it's easy to get lost trying to chase every trend. I wanted to touch base on this because there were a lot of people that were hopping off the crypto gaming train after the markets cooled down for a bit. We went all the way from a, 250% gain all the way down to a 218% gain. And then everybody was running away into AI and meme coins and bonk and all these different things. And yes, I did end up getting 3 Solana phones, but that's besides the point. The important thing is that you still need to focus on the space that you've decided to focus on, because things are still happening. In crypto gaming, I mean, just off these announcements, that's practically a single day's worth of announcements at this point. There are a lot of things happening in the space in a very short period of time. And there's a lot of people that are going to begin to fade these opportunities because they're going ahead and diversifying into different sectors. The people that decided to stay in the sector will have a much larger advantage versus the people that end up leaving, which makes sense, right? That's common sense. If you put all your eggs in one basket, you're probably going to do much better than someone that has their eggs in a million different baskets. You know, maybe they'll get lucky and, you know, a million different baskets will work out for them. But most people, you know, you do one thing really well, and that usually is what carries on your legacy. So for me, it was crypto gaming. For you, could be literally anything, but it kind of carries itself over. Just because these little meme coins are running or ordinals are running, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to get into that. Most people, especially, you know, tax season's coming right now, you're going to be doing pretty good if you just stick to 1 to 2 areas. I think Hunter is 100% here, correct, in the sense that you don't need to get into ordinals, Solana meme coins, 10,000 new airdrops, crypto gaming. The key to profiting is just doing a simple strategy, and that's it. You just chill out, have some fun, and vibe out. When Martinez coin? Never. Anyway, so Immutable X, this is why it pumped today. Immutable Passport is officially live in playable games and marketplaces. Experience the true value of the Passport as you play new games and explore marketplaces with your assets and identity following you within the brand new Passport experience. Users who sign into Gods Unchained with Passport before December 31st will receive a free in-game cosmetic airdrop. This will be distributed in January alongside other goodies. Gaming should be easy. You now have a single access point for multiple games and marketplaces with one secure location to save your assets, identity, and achievements. Immutable Passport is the new gamer profile for Web3 gaming. Get your passport today. And there you go. This is an unprecedented experience in Web3 and why games players choose Immutable. Now, my opinion on this, I agree. You know, I like the whole passport idea. The name's a little sus. If you go into a game, first thing you see is connect your passport. I don't know about that one, buddy. Yeah, that's a little sus. But, you know, I think the idea is good. One form of identity to go ahead and carry you on to all these different games. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, Immutable Passport, it's doing very well. You know, Immutable is pumping like no tomorrow. It's about time they have this, to be honest. And I think they were just waiting for the crypto gaming space to get some traction before doing that. So, always good to see Immutable going out there and showing why they are the alpha of the crypto gaming space. All right, so the next thing, ELIXIR. ELIXIR actually went ahead and did a brand new update. So ELIXIR actually acquired very recently Lit Labs, which is pretty hype, right? And they said, welcome to the revolution of Web3 game payments. They've got overlay tech, in-app purchases, in-game friends, embedded tournaments, a bunch of new things, right? And so ELIXIR is a gaming launcher. A lot of people are saying that it's impossible to rival Steam. Well, I would say that let's see if that's possible. I mean, some games have their own dedicated launchers, and they're doing well for themselves. So if a successful game launches on ELIXIR, I don't see why we can't get an Epic Games moment happening like Fortnite happened back in the day. Let me drink some water. Make it easy. Let's go. We're like dancing out here. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I've used it before. Am I that hyped for ELIXIR? Sure. I mean, I use it, so let's see what happens there. So the next thing, KOKODI Game announced 2 days ago that they are announcing a brand new incubation into SEEDIFY. Everybody's in SEEDIFY nowadays, right? A top-tier incubator and launchpad in Web3 with a selection rate of just 1%. It's an honor to be among the best of the best. Now, KOKODI wasn't in my radar at all, but the second that they get onto SEEDIFY, obviously I'm going to be covering them. I mean, look at this right here. You know, this is Ran from Crypto Banner talking about KOKODI Game when he probably didn't even know it existed, because SEEDIFY decided to talk about it. This is the best crypto gaming launchpad. So, you know, anytime that they breathe the word, it starts pumping like crazy. I mean, I remember that the NFTs also started running as well. They were literally the top gainers of the entire space for a single day. Now they have pulled back. They're back on the 0.1 ETH floor. But at some point, they were like nothing. I mean, it was practically dead. It was at 0.005, and then it started absolutely skyrocketing. So anytime you get these crazy incubations, you know, there are opportunities in the market to grab these NFTs. We'll see if this ends up being worth it. I haven't done research into the actual token yet and how the play to earn economy is going to work. But I am excited, obviously, for more games entering SEEDIFY. And another crypto gaming platform that I'm very excited about is Beam. Build on Beam. You know, they're the titans right now in terms of infrastructure plays. Dremica 2 days ago announced that they are going to be building on Beam in the coming year. Built on top of the Moonsama NFT. You can play using your Exos. They've got a 30-second trailer here that I'm going to go ahead and quickly play as well, so you can catch up in terms of new games building on Beam. Let's go. Smash the like button. Let's go. I love the synth music that they always put in these games. Like, I'm just jamming out. Diamond hands. I want to see him fight. Okay, so there's resources. Okay, that's it. All right, we don't get to see him fight. Okay, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to see him fight. I'll take what I can get. So explore the world of Dremica, an open world MMORPG. MMORPGs are really hard to build. And look at this. It's the first post that they've ever done. I've never even heard of this brand before, but apparently it's a thing now. So there you go. And so that's going to be my news segment of our thoughts on crypto gaming tokens. Now I will open the floor. If you have a token you want me to go ahead and look at very quickly, I'll give you my thoughts on it. I'll kind of very quickly go over the top, you know, crypto gaming tokens once again, just to give you some context on where my head is at. I'm still really bullish on Immutable, obviously. I think they're going to be a leader in the space. You know, I think Render as well has really shocked the crypto space as a whole. I wouldn't say it's the biggest crypto gaming space, you know, play in the world. WeMix, you know, it's got its play if you're thinking of holding long-term. MIR4 might be a thing. As the Sandbox, I don't know about Metaverses, but Metaverse has been making a comeback. The Sandbox actually had news as well that I haven't even talked about. You know, Crypto.com Australia talked about the Sandbox. I think if I look up Sand/Ronin, it'll show me it. Let's see. /Ronin, crypto. Here it is. Okay. So crypto.com said it themselves. New trading pairs are now available in the crypto.com app. AXS/Ronin and Sand/Ronin. What in the world is going on here? Is the sandbox cheating on their native blockchain? Is this what's going on right now? They're leaving to go to Ronin, or maybe they're not. I don't know what they're doing, but this is infidelity. I don't know what this is. This is bad. We can't have this right here. 52. No, it's actually good. It's fine. But yeah, this could actually be really, really big for the sandbox. I mean, I don't know who's playing the sandbox right now. CryptoStash loves the sandbox, but I don't know about that. Juicy gains. Hell yeah, juicy gains. Let's go. Sandbox coming to Ronin. It looks like that's what's happening. To be honest, they've needed to run away from Ethereum for ages now. So I'm sure they're going to benefit a lot from being on Ronin. That's going to be a big test for Ronin. I mean, the 30 people that play the sandbox could be a huge load on the servers for Ronin. So we'll see how they handle all those crazy transactions on the sandbox. But, you know, it's up 7% today. You got to respect the pump, right? You've got Beam here up 10% as well. Coming back. It dumped a lot when the market corrected. It needed it, though. I mean, look at the chart. It looks beautiful. It's got a little cup going on. And hopefully we get the handle. We'll see what happens there. Mega Weapon Play To Earn is going live this month. Oh, yeah, I love Mega Weapon. A Mega Weapon is one of those, though, that got pretty manipulated. This was one of those coins that when Alex Becker was talking about crypto gaming tokens that are going to go up crazy, he didn't mention Mega Weapon, and then it just went bloop, it just dumped like crazy. So, you know, when these influencers are going to be talking about tokens and you've got AVAX narratives and different things going on for them, you got to be careful. I still think that the valuation, I mean, okay, let me be honest. So this is an indie game studio. We know that. The gameplay is good, though. I don't know, like, people are hating on Mega Weapon sometimes in terms of gameplay. I have nothing bad to say about Mega Weapon. When I play it, I have fun. I have nothing against the team. And, I mean, I've been a supporter for a very long time. It's unpaid. Like, it's not like they're paying me for that. I just actually like playing the game. What about Gala? Good question, Dragos. Now, listen, I'm not cheating on Gala. I'm not cheating on Gala. I haven't been talking about Gala as much lately. You know, fair enough. I used to literally upload every single video talking about Gala. But now there's too much going on in the space. And their influencer manager recently got laid off, so I don't really have too much communication with Gala at the moment. Hopefully that improves in the future. I actually love what Gala is doing. I like their pivot into becoming more of a layer 1 than anything. I want to see them double down on that, really go hard on that. You know, if you don't want to be a crypto gaming blockchain, perfectly fine with me. Do everything. If you want to be entertainment, make it happen. They've got some good talent at Gala Music to make that happen. In Gala Film, I don't know what's going on, but Gala Games, their games are good. They just need marketing. They just need marketing. And I'm sure Gala has enough money for marketing. Let's be honest. They're worth, how much is this token worth? It's worth $823 million. Unless there's something I don't know, they're good. They're going to make it happen. So we'll see when that ends up happening. You know, this is definitely a long-term hold. I don't think it's going to be the most bullish token in the entire crypto gaming space. But it is absolutely going to be one of the tokens that I hold into 2025. Absolutely. You love the gas fees? Yeah, that's one of the reasons. I'm kidding. You know what, though? If you're on Gala right now and you're worried about Gala Chain, I have a solution for you. It's called NFT Harbor. It's a NFT marketplace that is built on Gala Chain. Gala actually recently announced this. And so if you're looking to trade on Gala Chain, maybe you can't get out because it's too expensive. That is an available resource. And people are making disgusting money because there's a lot of people that don't actually understand how much an NFT on Gala is actually worth. There's just too much speculation and too many people that don't actually know what's going on. But the ones that do know are making an absolute killing on NFT Harbor right now. So we'll see when the market decides to actually educate themselves on how much Gala NFTs should be worth. You know, I haven't yet played around with NFT Harbor, but I've heard a lot of different things on NFT Harbor. So we'll see where that ends up going. But shush, people hated on Axie's gameplay. Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing that they faded on in terms of Axie Infinity. None of that mattered. The gameplay was really secondary to why it hit a $10 billion market cap. The little clicker games were hitting billions of dollars worth of market caps. So if little clicker games could go ahead and do that, Axie Infinity could easily hit a $10 billion market cap. If it was profitable for people to do something, then people are going to abuse it to the fullest. And so that's why we got those crazy pumps on Pegaxie and Theta Arena and all these games that did not deserve it. Tokenomics were terrible, but it happened anyway. Axie Infinity, it's going to be one of those games that also just ends up pumping back to $10 billion just because. The fundamentals don't need to make sense. In crypto gaming, all that matters, if you're in it for the money, is the marketing. It's the only thing that matters. The narrative, why people care about it. Other than that, you might as well just throw the product off to the corner and just put it ablaze. There's no point in playing the games if the token's pumping. Just make the money there and run off. The Ponzi is upon us, which is why crypto gaming is so risky. But, I mean, to me, it looks like we're still early in the space. Obviously, these crypto gaming tokens are doing their thing, which is why you got to do your own research. 8-Bit Tending saying, trade me your Dragon vouchers. I'll tell you, buddy. I got some Dragon vouchers. Now, I don't know if I want to give them to you, but I've gotten a couple offers on that. People trying to get my NFTs. I don't know if I want to sell you my NFTs. I've been kind of diamond handing my NFTs. The only time I've sold my Gala NFTs was back when Spider Tanks was dying. I mean, that game had a stroke. It was bad. The only time I ended up selling was that. I lost some, made it back playing the game. I don't even know how to feel about that game. It's a really sad situation, but I still own, I think, like 30 Spider Tanks NFTs. I don't want to talk about it. It's like coping. It's like coping. We don't talk about that. It's like your hidden folder. My Spider Tanks is essentially my hidden folder on Gala right now. Spider Tanks is dead. Yeah, I know, Grind. I miss the days where we actually went on Discord, played it, had fun, and could actually hop out there and tell our friends without hiding in our little caves that Spider Tanks was something worth playing. We fought for that game so hard. But a part of me felt like Gala knew that it was going to go this way and that inevitably there was going to be a falling out between game media and Gala. So yeah, maybe they knew. Maybe they knew eventually this was going to happen, and that's why they didn't push Gala's Spider Tanks so hard, because it felt like they were really, really into Spider Tanks for a good month or so. They were absolutely killing it with the marketing, and then they forgot about its existence right after. They just moved on to the next thing. What are my thoughts on most mismanaged project I've ever... Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that one. So, Playable. Now, Playable, it's kind of the similar story in terms of narratives. It's all about narratives. If the narrative fits, then it will squeeze. It's simple as that. They've got the AVAX narrative on them. People obviously are not buying this coin because of the games that they have right now, because they just have Nexus. They're going to be building games over time. They've got the fundraising model similar to Gala Games. I'm holding a bunch of notes, so I've got a lot of bias. I obviously think it's going to be bullish, but, that's up to you to decide. I think it's going to be bullish, because I think the narrative's going to fit. I think Gala is going to be a success once again. I think nodes are going to be a really hot topic in 2024. And AVAX, obviously, I think is the little baby brother of Solana, which, by the way, Solana has officially hit the number 5 cryptocurrency on the planet, passing XRP. XRP has done literally nothing. This coin has done nothing. I've been holding this coin since 2020. Fun fact, XRP was the first crypto coin that I bought, and it has done nothing since I bought it. What? Can someone tell this thing to do something? But whatever, coping, right? Coping. This is why I'm in crypto gaming. Crypto games actually do something. So Solana here is up 12%. It's getting mighty close to BNB. Slight pump, and we get up there. XRP rip. Yeah, I mean, my portfolio is doing nothing on XRP for the longest of time. I'm just at this point, I'm just like, whatever happens at this point. So BNB is getting really close. I think Solana is going to rival Ethereum. There's a lot of people that are saying that I'm crazy for thinking this. But the fact is that people don't want to use Ethereum these days. Unless Ethereum comes up with an update, the second that we get pressure on chains again, nobody's going to be using Ethereum. They're going to be moving to the other chains. So right now we're getting a hype cycle on Solana. We're also getting a hype cycle on Avalanche, which I think Avalanche is going to be continuing to catch up in the crypto gaming space. They are one of the few chains that actually doubled down on crypto gaming during the bear cycle. And that's why they've been so successful. Every crypto game on AVAX has been killing it. killing it. And I imagine that's going to continue to be the case. Just like pretty much every Solana play has been absolutely mooning. I mean, look at Star Atlas. Star Atlas is up 16% today. You think it's up 16% just because? Well, it's up 16% because Solana decided to pump, and people looked at Star Atlas and they were like, hold on. There's a bit of an opportunity here in terms of trading. And yeah, the thing's been pumping like crazy. So you've got to look at these opportunities. They're still in the market. It's not like we're late. Let's be honest. The volume in crypto right now, sure, it's up a lot from where it was before, but it is nowhere near where it needs to be to actually have a solid crypto bull cycle. You know, Bitcoin dominance, it's trending down, which is what we want to see. We want to see crypto, Bitcoin dominance trending down, but barely trending down. It's been holding so strong. We are nowhere near where it needs to be a full-blown bull cycle, altcoin craze, dominance, everything in between. We're climbing in terms of market cap in the actual crypto markets, but we're nowhere near where we need to be. Nowhere near where we need to be. We're still so far off from what I think is going to happen this bull cycle. So we'll see what happens. Caspa's the future. Sol's the future of this cycle. Dude, Caspa could be whatever it wants. Sol is the future of this cycle, though. That's for sure. XRP is CBDC technology. They do work behind the scenes. Exactly. That's the thing, though. I don't care about the work that they're doing. I mean, personally speaking, I'm not a person that's bullish on banks. I mean, crypto. I'm not very bullish on what banks are doing. Now, banks are going to need a currency. So I understand why CBDCs, XRP, I understand the narrative. I just don't really care about it too much. You know, I'm bullish on the people having their own currencies. I'm bullish on people owning their own hardware wallets, which you, by the way, should have one of these little things. This is a Trezor. You should have a Ledger, Trezor, a Keystone, or whatever you want to choose. Get yourself a hardware wallet. Get your own crypto in there. Get your own bank. This is your bank. This little thing, that's your bank. How about VeChain? Well, VeChain is a very similar story. I mean, are you bullish in the tech that VeChain's building out? Are you bullish on Thorchain? And wait, is it Thorchain? I think it's VeThor. It's VeThor. Yeah, it's VeThor. There it is. Yeah, I remember they were doing something about like health and pharmaceutical tracking back in the day. I don't know what they're doing anymore. I know that they were on like UFC fighting or something like that. They were on some kind of fight. Maybe it's karate combat fighting. I don't know. One of those. They were on some kind of fighting. I haven't been up to date with VeChain though. I'm a crypto gaming guy, right? So it's been a while since I've looked at it. Supply management, exactly. XRP is the fastest transaction. Is it though? Is it? Because people would argue that HBAR has faster transactions than XRP. The finality is, I think it's 5 seconds to finality, but there are chains. I think AVAX might have sub 1 second finalities on their subnets. So you might be able to get a finality sub 1 second, which debatably, I don't know if XRP can beat that. I don't think anything can beat that. You know, once you get to those points, it's like, who cares? What about Mythos? Yeah, I've got no updates on Mythos for the most part. I mean, Mythos is one of those chains that I'm just not very bullish on because they're just too scared to promote themselves. If you're scared to promote yourself, I'm not going to cover you. AVAX should 10 to 15x a cycle. Let's see. So a 10x would be $150 billion. I could see that. You know, I mean, with where Bitcoin is right now, I could see that. That's not crazy. VeChain is sponsored by the UFC. Exactly, that's what it is. You know, it pumped for a bit, but I don't know. Like, that's all I've heard about it. And that's not enough to make a coin pump. It's like Crypto.com had this narrative. Wasn't it the UFC as well? Is everybody just getting sponsored there? They were on some kind of fighting. It might be the UFC uniforms. And nobody cared. Literally, no one cared about that announcement. So just because you've got the UFC behind you doesn't mean that anybody's actually going to go ahead and check you out. Have you checked Senate and Citus? Yeah, I actually have. I covered it on the channel pretty recently. So Citus, you know, you got the launch pads going for it. Everybody loves launch pads. They're going to absolutely moon this cycle. I've seen it hold, right? If it's holding, then it's probably pretty damn bullish. Now, it's needed to cool off for quite some time. 7% decrease in price might be a little bit too conservative. But, I mean, I'm holding this thing long-term, so I don't really care where it goes over the next year. Thoughts on Dami? Okay, so I talked about Dami on the channel on my last live stream. And so my idea on this is that I like how they're doing updates, but MMORPGs, with the funding that they have, Indie Studio, is really hard to justify. It's really hard to justify. It feels like a lot of the reason that it ended up pumping was because it was on AVAX. And every crypto game on AVAX just started skyrocketing. Because you look at what it was doing before, and this is a good indicator. If it was doing nothing during the bear cycle, then it probably just means that it's being artificially pumped. I mean, look at the volume that it had before. $20,000, $6,000, $5,000. This is nothing. This is practically a dead coin. And then all of a sudden, $100,000, $400,000, $900,000, $1.9 million. Insane amounts of volume. The entire history of Dami Online, just practically in a couple candles. In the start and now, essentially, is what we've gotten. So, you know, I don't own Dami because of that. I just don't see a reason to own this coin. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Thoughts on Rainy? So Rainy is RST. So I think it's on CoinGecko, actually. So Rainy Studios, I'm bullish on this one. I covered this on the channel. Obviously, you know, it had a huge run up. It's needed to cool off for quite some time. The correction was pretty harsh. Beam also had a bit of a correction. To give you some context, these were a trading card game, I believe, that was being built on some blockchain, and then it got acquired by Kanpai Pandas. Those guys have like a 2 ETH floor, so they've got a lot of funding. They are pretty much the first token on Beam, and so RST had a ton of hype behind it. It was worth quite a bit before. They had a bit of a migration with 2 tokens turning into RST. And so, personally, I'm bullish on this thing. You know, I think it could do a lot of things in the bull cycle, especially because it's on Beam. Now, obviously, because it's only on Beam, it is heavily reliant on what Beam wants to do. So, if you're bullish on RST, then you literally have to be bullish on Beam because you've got the price volatility of something that is moving a heck of a lot. But I'm bullish on Beam, so I mean, I'm pretty bullish on RST for sure. But the 24-hour trading volume is extremely low. This volume would be significantly higher if people actually use the Beam swap. I was using it the other day. The best way to put funds on the Beam swap is going from AVAX to Beam. Now, I read a comment on the channel right now that talked about swap fees on AVAX being too high compared to Solana. You're right. You're right. 100%. Subnets makes sense because subnets don't have to worry about those gas fees, right? Different thing, different, using the same tech, but different thing, right? Different little chain. But you know, it is really high fees. And so you got to be comfortable with that. I'm not too comfortable with paying high fees. I hate that stuff. I've been using AVAX subnets for the crypto games that I play, but I would much rather play the little, you know, 5 little tokens that are worth almost nothing for gas fees versus the 1 AVAX it takes to buy a meme coin called KOKODI. Ridiculous stuff. Love the content. You're not staying in one game. Hell no. There's too much going on. AVAX fees only temporarily high because of inscriptions. Yeah, exactly. Well, yes, it is temporarily high, but people could just keep doing that forever. What do you think about Hello Labs? So I covered this back in my DeFi channel back in the day. Is it not here? It's Hello. So these guys, they're doing pretty damn well. I think these are near all-time highs, if not at all-time highs. Yeah, they're at all-time highs. I've been holding these for a very long time. I got into another token called Wait, which was a very similar concept back in the day. This one also had a pretty mean pump. As you can see here, it's been having a crazy comeback as well. Much less volume, so don't think it's like the same thing at all. This is like 300K worth of volume. Hello has $5.4 million worth of volume. Very different situation. However, I've been holding both of these tokens for a very long time. I've kind of already taken profit on a lot of it, mostly because I'm in crypto gaming, so I don't really care about what's happening here. But yeah, I mean, I'm bullish for sure on entertainment brands. Zilliqa? No, don't touch Zilliqa. Do not touch Zilliqa. Do I like the unfettered ecosystem Souls? I don't know if I like the unfettered ecosystem Souls. I don't know anything about the unfettered ecosystem. What is this token name? The unfettered ecosystem. Okay, so they're pumping, clearly, right? They don't have a lot of volume, though, so a very low market cap. Okay, I'm not going to talk about it. Too low market cap. XED, Exceed Me. So Exceed Me is a pretty solid gaming platform. This one has pumped quite a lot as well. I think it had a bit of a correction after its crazy pump. If you look at the market cap, it tells a bit of a interesting story on how something could be worth so much and then just go down and just never come back. Now, I want to see more volume on it. You know, I think this is just a very little brief pump. Just it's not enough for me to be excited. Not enough for me to be excited. Have you heard about Gone? No, I haven't heard about Gone yet. PYR. So, okay. So Vulcan Forge against Superverse. If I had to choose one. Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay, so let's look at PYR. So Vulcan Forged right now is at $150 million market cap. Okay, I got the context on that one. Superverse is a higher market cap, I believe, $280 million. Now, if I'm honest with you, I would probably be more bullish on the longevity of Superverse because of the backing it has. However, Vulcan Forge is way cheaper. And for some reason, it keeps pumping. It keeps pumping. I think there's something I'm missing, to be honest, in my research in regards to Vulcan Forge. I don't really get it. But, I mean, it has a lot of volume. It's got a ton of people that are hyped for it. I probably need to talk to, like, a Vulcan Forged OG to understand what's really going on here. But I would say I'm probably more bullish on Superverse, for now at least. Best way to get whitelisted for Off the Grid. I think I was going to talk about the Off the Grid thing because they just announced the actual early access for Off the Grid. I don't actually know. I haven't done the research on it, but this is the post. Want early exclusive access to the next big battle royale on the scene, Off the Grid. Yup, even you console fans. So they've got the backing of, I believe this is going to be on AVAX, a PS5, Xbox, PC, Cyberpunk, F2 free to play, battle royale game, 150 players PvP. This is going to be a banger. This game is going to be a bangaroony. You can see some of the gameplay here on, oh my god, it looks terrible. Twitter always makes everything look so bad. It'd make it look like the worst crypto game you've ever seen. But it looks pretty good, actually. If you see, 4K gameplay on this thing, just Twitter compression, am I right? Maybe I can click this and it'll look better. Okay, yeah, it looks much better. Look at that. Yeah, that looks like an actual game. And so I'm hyped for it. This is just bots, I think, playing in the game right now. It looks like a AAA game. I think this might be the crypto game that does it. What do I think about Materium? I'll give you my thoughts on Materium right now. Let's look at the price of it, though. Okay, let's give a prediction. 20 cents. Let's see. 21 cents. Check that out. What was this? 26 cents at some point. So this one is a similar story to a lot of coins out there. It's got the backing of Gala, obviously. Materium is the magic for the Gala ecosystem on Miranda specifically. The price has been doing really well. I've been talking about it. We've been holding it since it was really low, 10 cents. It's gone up a lot. I think this is probably going to keep running as people bought a heck of a lot of NFTs on Mirandus very recently. So they're incentivized to keep the price up pretty much. So I'm sure that's going to run up as the persistent playtest comes. I'm really interested in seeing how the play to earn is going to function on the persistent playtest because I believe that might be the case, where they might be rewarding people for actually playing this persistent playtest. But it just hasn't come out yet, so I don't have a finalized saying on what I feel about it. Now, do I own it? Yes. Yes, I do. Shipwreck crate right now is 0.48 ETH. So I opened quite a few of these little shipwreck boxes. Let me see if I can actually go ahead and show y'all what I ended up getting. I got the worst NFTs. I got ripped off, guys. I got 21 of these NFTs, right? I'll show you right here. Okay. So I owned this before, this Orc Exemplar. So I got a barn, a ton of these little dragon vouchers, and then a ton of exemplars. I got ripped off. Now, hopefully this ends up being worth more than I spent on the boxes, but they sold out really fast. So hopefully I've got something there. I've been holding my Materium. I've been vibing out, but that's just kind of a hoping thing. I sold my PYR or playable. I mean, that's up to you, right? Is there any low cap game that is great that hasn't pumped, or is it good buy now? I can't tell you because then it'd be too late, right? So I would say in terms of low cap gems, dude, there's so many. I could talk all day about low cap gems. I'm actually going to be making a video on my channel so we can structure this better about micro cap gems. Now, I'm not going to be talking about 200K market cap meme coin that is building a crypto game. I'm not talking about that. But things that I consider microcap would be, around 10 million market cap is a microcap. Maybe 5 to 10 million would be considered a microcap for me. I'm not going to cover something at $1 million because we know what happens when people cover things at $1 million market cap. Why do you look at low cap suggested in the chat? because if you look at a low cap, then people will ape into low caps and artificially manipulate the prices much easier than higher caps. If I talk about something that's at a 5 to 10 million market cap, then I'll be perfectly fine for the most part in terms of my channel size. But if I talk about something that's like a 500K to 1 million, then anything I say could be unethical, essentially. Kython Gaming seems decent. Yeah, there's plenty of different crypto games that seem pretty juicer. But that's going to essentially be the video, guys. We've been here for 50 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to be talking tomorrow with GuildFi, which, if you don't know, GuildFi is one of the top crypto gaming guild DAOs in the entire space. You think about Merit Circle, you think about GuildFi. We're going to have GuildFi out there. We had Merit Circle. Now we need to go down the chain of command. I hope you guys are going to be there. 12 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss it. Thank you all for joining the stream. Until the next time, stay classy.